Recently, there's been a lot of buzz about what defines a JRPG, and I wanted to provide my 2 cents. So today we're going to be talking about what elements give JRPGs that unique JRPG vibe. First off, linear narrative. JRPGs have a definitive beginning, middle, and ending. The player follows the main character on his or her journey from the beginning to the end. For example, games like Final Fantasy, Persona, and the Tales series. You're experiencing the game from the main character's POV and getting to know other characters as the journey goes on. There's some side quests here and there, but those usually have no impact on the main narrative. Events tend to play out in an orderly fashion, and the narrative doesn't really change much. Take for example Chrono Trigger. You play the game as Chrono, visiting different eras and worlds, your actions ripple across time, but in the end you still have to save the Earth from Lavos. Stories can get pretty crazy. One minute you're a kid from a small town, the next minute you're fighting God in the astral plane. The narrative doesn't always make sense, but the journey makes up for the twists and turns that the player faces, creating a sense of curiosity to keep going, to finish the story and explore the outcomes of the main character's actions. These are the elements that the narrative lends to that JRPG vibe. JRPGs have some of the most memorable cast of characters. They're usually quirky, dramatic, and sometimes over the top, but that's what makes them likable. Their uniqueness allows the player to be immersed in the journey and feel like they're part of a close-knit group. The uniqueness of JRPG characters is what adds to the JRPG vibe. The Tales series does a great job showcasing this through their party-centric dialogue. Final Fantasy 15 also did an amazing job with the banter between the party during travel, fights, and even when cooking. The party dynamic of a JRPG contributes heavily to the player's immersion into that world. It's the reason why there are bonding moments in JRPGs with beach episodes, hot springs, festivals, and goofy dances. We the player enjoy watching characters and party members interact with each other as well as different situations. For example, in Persona 3R, there's a moment where Junpei, who's usually the silly, goofy one out of the group, acts very serious, angry, and out of character, to a conversation that the cast is having, and that's a memorable moment for me, because it shows that he isn't just a one-dimensional character, he has established feelings, background, and a personality. Similarly, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, you have a guy like Cloud who's stoic and stern pretty much all throughout the game until you get to Wall Market, where in order to save Tifa and Aerith, he's gotta dance for Andrea Rodeo and cross-dress to get into Don Corneo's mansion. The funny thing is, he doesn't just dance, he gets really into it, subverting our expectations, showing us a side of him that we haven't seen yet. These are the moments that make JRPGs special, when characters fully lean into the situation and start feeling like real companions. In JRPGs, everyone gets a chance to shine as a main character or side character, and as the player, we are a member of the party reacting not only to the events of the game, but our party and their reaction to events as well. It's this immersion that makes JRPGs so unique. JRPGs are heavily rooted in Japanese culture, not just in settings or aesthetics, but in themes and values. JRPGs take lots of inspiration from anime and manga, but also society and religion, often reflecting and even criticizing Japanese societal norms and cultural narratives, as well as spiritual and religious constructs. For example, Persona series explores themes of self-discovery, identity, and the pressure of modern society, often through the lens of teenage protagonists. Final Fantasy series, while diverse, many Final Fantasy games tackle themes of fate, sacrifice, and the struggle against overwhelming odds. Dragon Quest series often focuses on classic RPG tropes of good versus evil, heroism, and the power of friendship. Tales series, known for exploring themes of social injustice, personal growth, and the complexities of relationships. JRPGs are often built around themes and ideas. In my opinion, their goals are not to just tell a story, but to leave the player thinking about lessons learned, appreciate, question, and even find meaning in the JRPG itself. So when I pick up a JRPG, to me it's not just an RPG that's made in Japan. I think about the vibe that was created from the player experiencing an emotional story with strong characters. A story that knows how to balance moments that are both silly and over the top while questioning and critiquing the culture, spirituality, and social constructs it's derived from. I know that when I'm done with the game, I'm going to be coming out of it with lots of questions about the events and characters, their choices, interactions, and how it shaped my own journey. These are the elements that give me that JRPG vibe, and I believe it's what makes JRPGs so special and popular to players. Now I want to know what your thoughts are. What defines a JRPG for you? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like what I'm doing with the channel, then please hit that subscribe button and like the video, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.